Go.
Go? All right. Robert Curtis, January, or CrossFit South Metro, January Squat Challenge week 2. Last week we got after ankles and stuff. If you are still having issues ankle flexibility wise, i.e. you cannot get your knee in front of your toes without your heel still on the ground, keep working on those guys. Ankle flexibility is actually a huge part of squatting. If you are beyond that, or you just have super flexible ankles, also looking in Tom Ringberg's direction, getting after some other pieces this week. We're going to go after piriformis and glute med, that external rotator mass, and then actually getting after the hamstring and like groin on that posterior side. So lacrosse ball is going to work decently well, especially for the piriformis glute med stuff, and then the softball is going to work awesome for the groin stuff. You need something bigger when you get into that, like sitting on a ball. If you can get a lacrosse ball elevated, that's good, or a softball, or I know Kelly Strat has like the Supernova or something like that. That thing is awesome. Softball works just as well, and it's way cheaper. So, but getting after that glute med, you're going to be looking at the upper outer quadrant of your butt. The cross ball is probably the best because it's not going to slide around. It doesn't take a lot for you to do. You just take the ball, put it up onto the side. Okay, you can go after it a couple different ways. You can just kind of bring that foot up, cross that ankle right over the top of your opposite knee, and just hunt around. That's totally cool and not very fun. Another way to do it is if you do find anything and you want to like motion the muscle, you can kind of lay that leg out to the side, bring that knee up, and let it fall. 5 to 10. And then go back and just find some other spots. Try to spend like a minute and a half. You don't have to go super crazy with it, and do not go to a 10. If you're just like leaning all of your weight on it, it's not going to do a ton across the board. So like 90 seconds on the side over there, go to like a 6 to an 8 on the pain scale, not a 10. And then going after the groin. So on this guy, you're going to be taking a look at that high hand, like inner part of that hamstring, like right as it kind of meshes into your groin. Taking a softball primarily, I like this guy. Foam rollers do work, but not super well. A ball is going to get a lot more groovy into that area. So you're just going to take it, set it right into that spot. I usually start at the high part, more towards your knee. It's totally up to you. You can start distal and work from the proximal side. But you're just going to balance on top of it. Sit up nice and tall. Okay, make sure you have a nice tight abs, suck that belly button down to your spine, and then just slowly try to like rock forward. Okay, get a little bit of motion on the hamstring. You should feel a little bit through your groin. Okay, and then if there's nothing there, just find a new spot. Okay, 5 to 10 rocks. Okay, this one should be like 2 minutes. Okay, work all the way from your groin down into your knee. All the way from your hips, I should say, down into your knee. Okay, just 5 to 10. Make sure you're sitting up tall. If you're rounding and doing this, you're not going to get as much motion through those segments. So you want to sit super duper ramrod straight, and then try to think about pulling your sternum towards the ground to get that kind of motion. Okay, those are the 2 rolling pieces. All in all, you're going to get maybe about like 8-9 minutes out of those. Okay, the last piece is going to be a small strengthening piece, and it's just simple as downward dog in yoga. So we're going to start building into, over the next 3 weeks, a more tension style of squat versus a very loose and like relaxed style of squatting. Going into downward dog, what we're trying to do is get your hips up, and then have your heels reach towards the ground, and get your head in front of your arms with your shoulder blades still pulled together. So I'm trying to tension that entire system while still stretching it out. So hands should be about shoulder width apart. Reaching those heels towards the ground. I'm not sitting back here, and I'm not sitting down. I want to flatten that back out, try to get those hips up in the air as high as I can. Reach those heels to the ground, and then head in front. Okay? Nothing super crazy. If you don't feel anything in your upper back, you can always make it taller. If you do feel a lot, you can always make it a little bit shorter. Try to elongate it. Attack that thoracic spine a little bit. 30 seconds on. Take a little break. 30 seconds off. Probably like 4 rounds or so. Try to accumulate like 2 minutes in that guy. With all that said and done, you got about 12 to 15 minutes gone. Then back into the bottom of that squat, trying to focus on, again, toes forward and staying nice and balanced across the axis of your foot. So I want that shin to go forward, okay? I want everything balanced, kind of that backside of the ball of the foot, sitting as tall as I can. I don't want to just get into here and just relax, okay? From last week, now I want to start adding some tension. So I'm going to slowly pull my shoulder blades together. Okay, stay nice and balanced, shins go forward, everything stays nice and tall,
and I'm trying my best to stay on tension and get my hip in line with my heels. You know, flats, it's a little bit easier said than done, but that's the idea. All right? So, all those pieces together, 30 minutes a day for the next 7 days.